got 50-10 running again. It's still got the that issue with the starter there that I was saying, that rubber seal that's pinching it on the Bendix so it can't engage. We just gave her a full start with the 40-20 so we can get it inside the shop here after and fix that issue, along with a couple other little leaks and things we've noticed. But Dad's going to use it here on the bulldozer just for the fun of it. Smooth out my yard before we plant grass and all that. So anyway, we'll talk to you when we get over there. Okay, and my mission for this afternoon here, well, it's 6 o'clock already because I spent the majority of the day at a vehicle dealership getting rid of that fucking Jeep on a real vehicle. I'm hooked up to our old New Holland manure spreader. It's been around since Christ was knee high. And I'm gonna spread all the chicken manure in my pen because it's almost time for them to venture out into the great outdoors. I usually do it in the fall, but oh, there goes the 50-10. I usually do it in the fall, but it was so wet and snowy last fall, I didn't want to rut up all my new landscaping around that barn and pen in the mud. So I'm going to try and get it done here tonight before we move into seeding there, because tomorrow afternoon we're going to be done the wheat and we'll be moving into the canola, and that's right around the yard here is the first place for that. So anyway, Antoine just called. He needs seed and fertilizer and the drill, so I'm gonna run the trucks out there and load him up, and then we're gonna get the 40-20 and everything and go spread some chicken shit. So onwards and upwards. Just seeing an image like that makes me want cows. Like if that tractor had a loader on it there, fuck, I don't think I'd be able to stop myself. Alrighty, we're gonna start this guy here and let him air up. And then I've got the rest of the seed in the International over there. And we're gonna run out there and load the drill up. And this was just running a little while ago, well this morning, so I know the engine oil's good. There's no big puddle underneath of it, so. Listen to that straight pipe. Alrighty, let that air up and we'll come back for her in a minute here. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta keep the drill full. Let's go, get through the gears here, boys. Let's go, come on, 466. Unleash all 200 horsepower if you can find them. Come on, buddy, you can do it. Only 18 more gears to go. Let's get her. Here you go, there's 4-2, boys. Let's go, let's go. We're going about 40 kilometers an hour. Okay, there we go. There's 4-3. Let's keep her going. Let's keep her going. Only another 6 more to go. Okay, here we go. There's 4-4. Oh, we're cooking now. We're cooking now. We're going about 50 kilometers up. You can do her. There's 200 bushels in there. I know that's a lot, but you can do her. We gotta get going, buddy. Let's go. Move it. He ain't seeding. That's no good. Let's keep her going, boys. Oh, down the hill. Let's take a big. We're in 5th now. Holy shit. We might get up to 60 before we get there, boys. Oh, we're slowing down. She's too soft. Oh, and we're at the approach. Holy, that gets me worked up when you got power like that in the truck. Holy Christ, was that ever fun, eh? Hard to do with one hand. some feeders out of the way and then we'll get the rest. All right, we got a big load of poop on now. So we're gonna go just across the way here, and there's an alkali spot that I want to try and spread this on fairly thickly so that it might kind of fix the soil a little bit, and stuff will want to grow that way. So we're gonna cruise over there right now and go spread this on. The 5010 there, Dad was doing a little bit with it, and pretty sure one of the old steel lines on it there, hydraulic, that I didn't change, ruptured. You can see a puddle of oil underneath of it. So I'll have to pull the platform and all that off of it to see exactly what went on, but hey, it made it a little piece. Whatever, you remember what it looked like there less than, well, whatever it had been, 4 or 5 months ago now. You remember what it looked like then, so she's come a long ways. A few little hiccups after sitting for fucking near 15 years are kind of expected, so anyway, I'm gonna drive over to that spot and we will talk to you when we get there. Okie dokie. Isn't that nice matching red light radio? Doesn't that look nice? Anyway, we are gonna start spreading here. I have the 1000 PTO in the tractor, 1000 RPM, and the manure spreader only needs a 540, but I have it adapted down, or the 1000 to 540, because there's no need for a 145 horsepower tractor here to be spinning at 2000 RPM to turn a fucking shit beater. So anyway, let's get spreading poop. I'm actually gonna drop a gear. This is a little bit too fast yet, actually. There. Anyway, this manure spreader's been around the farm here for ever and ever and ever. We used to have a Gale as well, and these two manure spreaders, well, this one and that Gale we used to have, are kind of what made my farming operation what it is, so to speak. My first custom work was spreading manure with this and the other spreader for Grandpa and a couple neighbors at whopping $50 an hour for 3 tractors and 2 manure spreaders, which to 13-year-old kids, that seems like some pretty goddamn good money, especially when the people you're spreading for are supplying the fuel. And I was paying Antoine $10 an hour, which, like I said, that's some big money when you're putting in 12-hour days for a couple of weeks in the fall. So that's these are what made my money for buying my first hay bine and that 1086, and then moving on into renting land and everything. So things are all kind of accredited to this shit spreader. It's a big reason, or a big part of where my funds came from my savings anyways. So, but anyway, does a damn nice job, this spreader. It's seen some loads. She's getting pretty wore out, but for the 2 or 3 loads I do a year, and the one neighbor borrows it for maybe 5 or 6 loads for his cows, it's all the manure spreader that we need anyways. It'll be around for a long time yet for what it has to do. So this land here, this 97 acres around the yard, there's probably 100 years of manure on it, because Dad used to have a couple hundred head and a feed lot, and all the poop would get spread out here with the 2 manure spreaders, and before them with the 3-ton trucks there, that purple Chev, they'd take the back out of the box, and Dad had a big hoop made to hold the walls together, and they'd come out and dump loads with the trucks and then spread them around with the loaders of the tractors. So there's a lot of poop out here. This is some of the best ground that we farm because of that reason. There's just so much nutrients in the ground. So, but this corner over here, the past few years when it's been real wet, has been starting to get quite alkaline, and kochia and foxtail and things taking over. So just there's not much you can do about the alkali other than try and mix in a bit of manure like this. So it isn't a lot, but I mean, a little bit's better than nothing. It won't make it any worse anyways. So idle down a little bit here because we're just about empty, and that's when it'll start kicking rocks at you if you got any in there. Plus we can spread it a little thicker that way. I dropped a gear here again, but anyway, she's just about empty, so I'll probably let her empty herself out and bring her back to the yard there, back by the coop, and I'll load the rest up tomorrow. But this is going to be the chicken update video here too. I'm a little bit late on it because been a little bit preoccupied with other things, but we'll go in there real quick and take a look at them. But anyway, that's about empty enough, so I guess let's get back to the yard here. Alrighty, made a couple little piles there, but nothing too bad. There's no top beater on these spreaders, so it kind of tends to make the odd lump like that. So I'll come back out here and spread that around with the bucket of the 4020. That Gale manure spreader was half the width of this thing and a little bit longer, but it was like 3 times the wall height, and it had double beaters. It had one medium-sized one in the middle and one small one on the top, but that thing was a terrible machine. I mean, it was wore out, but just poor design. It always broke shear pins all the time on that, for that top beater. For whatever reason, everything was just too small of a drive. So if you ever piled it up to the point where that top beater actually had to pull and spread, it would blow the shear pins. So this spreader's always been 3 times the machine that thing could ever hope to be. I mean, New Holland makes a few good things, and their shit spreaders are definitely one of them. But anyway, we'll talk to you when we get to the chicken coop. Alrighty, let's hop out here and take a look at the Tweety birds in the barn here, since you haven't seen them for like a week and a half now, because I've been slipping. But anyway, I got another load for sure, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna clean the barn out or not here of what's in here already. We'll see how ambitious I'm feeling, maybe, but or if I've got time, that is. It's high time for bedding, but I gotta go get them a straw bale, so that's half the reason I'm cleaning that pen out, is so I can put that straw bale in there, and then it won't be in the way for the cleaning out the manure before I let them outside, because they're going to be out here really soon, probably in a week, I bet. So anyway, you can see everybody's got all their feathers, so they're pretty big compared to when we seen them last time, if you remember. They got no fluff left on them at all now, so They're on the straight grain with calcium. This is mostly just wheat, but there is some oats in there, along with peas and soybeans. So that's their feed that they're on right now anyways, along with the calcium. So anyway, I guess that's about all I've got to report on about the chickens here tonight. So anyway, I guess you want to see more about these guys and what else is happening around the farm and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you do so. That'd be very appreciated. The rest of you guys, make sure you hit that like button. Leave a comment below. We'll talk to all you guys here in the next one.